What is up? What is up? This is my first stream. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Armor of Light. We out here truth seeking. We're out here definitely trying to make things happen. I'm not sure if anybody's going to join the stream, if the stream's going to go live, but I believe that it saves to my. Uh, I'm so excited. You know, page or whatever. Okay, so first off, y'all, I don't like learning these platforms and editing, and it takes so much mental focus from the things that I already have to do and the things that I already have going on. Okay, see if we can get the light a little better here, but now it's not centered. Anyways, the reason why I'm going live today is because if anybody's watching, you'll see that there's no video from Paul or John this morning. And I wanted to kind of sort of address the Paul John's beef. Okay. First off, I think it is a little off key to do this in this community because we don't need it. However, I do see the problem with the incentive. Like, if you can get paid off of YouTube, that can still be the problem, right? If we're looking to vote in a president or something like that, right? It's the lobbyists that end up really dictating what's going on, which ends up being private interest money, right? Whatever conspiracy hole you want to jump down, that's the cause of it. So, like, if we're trying to truth seek, and we pull up all these different people that talk about these different things, we have to apply the same cycle, right? Like, if the lobbyists are a problem here, then YouTube is a problem with our YouTubers, right? So we got to remember that. Even like Paul Cook, yeah, bro, you a nonprofit technically based. Also, by the way, Paul, I feel like you should set up a nonprofit and maybe make a global move, but just keep in mind of the radar, right? Because you don't want to hit that radar. Everybody knows what radar I'm talking about. I really wish I put the time in to get a following, right? Because we could really get a conversation going. There's a lot of things I want to talk about. Sorry, I'm shaking my desk. I'm not set up for this. Not for this here. Actually, I could probably put this on my phone and do this different. But we might do that like in the future. But I've been wanting to put a video out for over a year since my last video. I got a couple of you guys, and we all follow the same folks. Our community is very small, and we don't need it getting any more divided. I've been in our own worlds, right, off of YouTube land. We try to like tell people about everything we've learned, which is cool, but I would love for us to continue the conversation for ourselves, right? How long are we going to keep saying the same thing? You feel me? We can talk about Tartaria all day. We can talk about ancient ruins all day. We could talk about geopolymers all day, which is amazing. I actually was working on that just as you was working on it. It's crazy how this collective conscious thing works. We could talk about geopolymers. We can talk about running electrical cables through the stone in order to structure the water to create magnetic effect around. I mean, this is really what we're talking about. If anybody follows Theorio apophasis, man, I'm not going to spell it right, but it's like Theoria apophasis. He's really awesome. I have a couple things to say about a few these guys, and I'm going to put them into one box. He's really great, though, if you're just kind of like an intellectual. He gets this all the time. He is like a Buddha. A couple of these YouTubers are suffering from, and he's just the first guy, and he's like, not, this is not like a priority list. As a matter of fact, there is a guy that I used to follow that was really bothering me. I might have to walk and go get some water real quick if you don't mind. Divergent. So Divergent, man, he was hitting for a while because he would do something similar to Mirrors. I was thinking about doing something like Mirrors too. But again, guys, I don't have time to YouTube. You feel me? Like, I got other stuff going on. And they suffer from what I would call, or I think, we all kind of like dub the word red pill PTSD. And this is when you get so far into the rabbit hole that the world becomes more bleak, and you now are consciously aware of it, and it gives you some sort of tick or jerk reaction subconsciously. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that made sense. But it's red pill PTSD. Some of us can handle this, man. Some of us can't, right? They like, oh, flat earth, and oh, it's flat, and just all of it, guys. I've seen it all. Don't make me sit here and go over details. I'm not that guy. So like, if y'all are gonna if I get this channel thing going, I'm not gonna be like Mr. Information. We're gonna have conversations about what these people is talking about. You feel me? You have to remember to like get out and come up for air. If you stop drinking the Kool-Aid, you have to come back for a glass every so often, right? If you don't want to be hurt by the venom, every so often you need to take on the venom yourself. You got to keep your immunity up. A lot of people, they come out so far out, you know what I'm saying, from reality, they never come back to like what this world really is before we all woke up. You got to come in and out. There's no way to stay in it because this world is not that anymore. Keep that in mind. It's Sunday morning. I really wish I had followers. You guys might check this out later. And so this is really going to be like also a past tense sort of video. So like, it's Sunday morning and we don't have our John Levy and we don't have our Paul Cook. Let me put my charger in too real quick. Told you I'm not really set up for this. Okay, there we go. Get some charge. Get some charge. Hold on, y'all. Yay, we plugged in. We are plugged in. Anyways, yeah, this is for y'all. If y'all want to check these folks out. I would recommend Martin, but like, man, he just rambles on live for 2-3 hours, bro. I've known about Martin for years, know he's big in the community, but my brother, Martin, say something, please, man. You don't be saying nothing. Yeah, you create like a platform for the dialogue, but then because you have no direction, your platform and your followers kind of, your particular group of people, they're kind of y'all got to know what I'm talking about. The other people that's not affiliated with the Martins, y'all got to know what I'm talking about. They're kind of out there, a little more out there than. And what's crazy about this truth walk is like what's right or what's wrong. It's all a matter of perspective. The trees are real. The ancient buildings are real. All of it's real. Potential walls are real. The summer gates are alleged. There's no reason to think that they're not there. The 2 pillars are out there, right? There's a door. You can imagine something like coming through some water, 2 big mountain peaks or something, either constructed or not. It doesn't matter right now. Paul did find that one picture, I think in the last week. Paul found the megalithic wall, and it made me think of perhaps the wall before it was ice was megalithic, and it was just a wall, which is still pretty amazing. You know, if folks, I would love for this to be able to keep commenting. Hopefully this doesn't like lock people out. I want y'all to come through here whenever y'all see this and tell me what you think about where we at. Moon's reflection, Earth is flat, aliens aren't real like space aliens. Humans, as we know them, are new. There's multiple factions of beings all over the plane, warring, allegedly, or fighting, or whatever it is they're doing at their tier so-and-so civilization level. Now that we know these things, then what? And the fact that we can perceive them now, right now, let's say 20 years ago, we didn't have the ability to perceive what that just came out my mouth. When we were coming up in school, let's just say most of us are like between like, I don't know, 30 and 50. They weren't talking about this stuff back in the day. And now we are. Like, so what does that mean? And if we're part of the collective and this is where we're at now, right? We're uploading. Are we currently uploading our consciousness to the collective? Cool. Okay. For what though? Is it the fear of the unknown that we know that's like a prophetic end? And so consciously, we are now doing a mass upload of just amazing stuff. You know, we could really learn a lot if we could see more, bro. If we could see more. You can't see anything. You try to go look at Google Earth, you can't see anything. Now, on the other end, if you go look at Google Earth with the right eyes, you'll see everything. But as soon as you see everything, you'll realize we don't see anything. I tried, and I've been trying to get this view. I haven't heard this, so I'm just putting it into the ether. We can't see across the ocean. In any of these directions that we need to see, there's no street view for us to even just look, because we know that there are straight lines and we can see across the ocean in great and preferable weather, no matter what you believe. Let's just say it's round. Well, it doesn't change the fact that they're hiding big swaths of land. I really thought I was going to find something, and I just found like more doors and more like locks. And the more I look around, the things that's happening to us, it's so whack, man. It's a lot going on in the rap community. If anybody's familiar with any of that, what's most important is that we have culture vultures steering people to do these things, steering the culture, making rappers want to wear $500,000 jewelry to a chicken spot in the hood, right? That whole ideology of the rapper and the robber isn't theirs. They didn't ask for that. Both of them. They're caught into this, what we're on, what this community is. They're caught into that because the folks that are running the world, they're like doing all these shuffles and shit with the community, bruh. This demographic, we're gonna do this. These two people, we're gonna clash them this way. These two countries, we're gonna embargo them. Oh, we can't think of nothing right now, so we're gonna go ahead and block up this canal real quick, shut down logistics. Oh well, we're gonna, and then I probably can't say the other stuff because you know how that all works. And it's just now that we know what we know, and they're playing their hands, I'm still very lost on what they're trying to accomplish. I think that's what we should be looking at. How long are we gonna talk about Tartaria, man? It's not even called Tartaria. Come on. And no offense, the Caucasian demographic of our community, bro, y'all think the Tartans are white, man. The Tartans aren't white anyway. I don't care that they're brown, but they're not white. Those aren't y'all's ancestors. You know what I'm saying? And This path is not for ancestry purposes, because you can see that we've been manipulated, we've been constructed. We're a whole frame that's been built upon. We didn't ask for none of this. None of y'all, not the whites, the blacks. We need to go back. People be like, oh, well, what's the origin? It doesn't, that's your origin. We need to go back further than that. Like auto-didactic or conspiracies are us. I mean, conspiracies are us. I believe that's them. We were talking about the Nephilims were clowns. And a friend of mine, I wasn't going to watch. I already watched it. She didn't want to watch it, which is cool. I didn't want her to watch it anyway because it was a little. But she made a comment saying that clowns are essentially based off of like an afro. I'm like, only to a degree. If like you wanted to take the racial connotation of the design of clowns, you could say that, but then you have to ask yourself, what about before that, right? And so, the people that rule this place, they do magic. They do sigil magic. They do good magic and bad magic, but they do all these spells and energy harvesting and all this other sort. Like if energy harvesting is a thing, like we look at it as a mythical, I'm Doctor Strange and here's a crystal here and I'll go like this and it's going to glow and fucking the Shang Tsung souls are going to come into the crystal. No, that's all a movie. That's not what happens in real life. But what does happen in real life is being hidden. As if it's a machine, as if it's a technology, not a superpower. Because even though we're human beings, if there were other species, let's just say there's giants and grays and tall whites and insectoids and all this other stuff, all on this plane. Let's just say it. They all breathe air. They all have to bleed in some degree. We're all part of this system. Anywho, I wish I could like had his live and be like, I'm live, or like in Tagged. There's a couple dating apps that have community lives built into the dating apps. I don't know if a lot of people know that. A lot of people are making good money on these apps too, by the way. If like you're tuning in this from an area and you got nothing going on, you might want to look at like some of these dating apps, because you sign up for, it's just a regular free joint. Inside of it, it's the live community where you can make yourself a profile, go live, get gifts, do like battles, versus conversations. Some people do shows. Anywho, that was a lot. This video was a lot. This is an update over the last few years. I have since had a child. He's amazing. Takes every bit of energy from me. I don't have him now, but I'm probably gonna be grabbing him here in a minute. Work all the time, and I just try to discern everything that I'm receiving. This world is an interesting place. If you watch Archaics, he talks about X, pretty much AIX. AIX is Loki, if you will. Which means that, like he says, everything else is still part of the greater simulation. So I'm not going to worry about this and that. I also will say Archaic seems a little bit off. Love you. I love all you guys. And these are just my opinions. But Archaics, for instance, let me take these off because they're shining weird in the camera. He did his time. So his mental is very concentrated and focused. Well, that also becomes a daily routine for his brain. So he finds solace in the things that has gotten him through. When I hear him refute things, like things that he refutes, doesn't matter. It's like, how could you refute these? But we're showing you this here, but you're like, he's hard firm on a, well, I read this in these books. Well, these books are layers of resets and plants of new books and infrastructure. I don't understand why that's the end all for him. He's joyous and his 2040, 2050. Like, man, bro, if we know anything about this world, if it doesn't work like that, the work is not done. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do real streaming or anything like that. I wish y'all let me know. There's stuff in every movie. Are y'all seeing it? It's in every movie. I could sit here and probably cut on every movie. Hopefully they wouldn't like block this video. But everything like on Netflix, every movie, there's pieces of all this shit that we're into. Anyways, I am chilling. I'm about to enjoy the rest of my day. I just wanted to check in with the community. It's hard to kind of get seen because of how the algorithm does things, but let's stay peaceful. Let's love those around us. The world is what you make it. We like Escobar. The world is a prison of your own design. So design it. You know, thought that was interesting when I thought about what Escobar did with him building his own prison. I said, isn't that what we all do? And continue to love. If you walk with love and positivity, your vibration will lead you to a greater beyond. So until then, I will check with you guys later. As you know, I lurk in the community. If y'all want to see more, hear more, I can up the production quality. By the way, this is like a cheap little computer. I got nicer phones and shit that I can like video if we were really gonna do this. So, anyways, I love y'all. I'm tired, I'm thirsty, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.